Howdy folks, Mr. Koffler here with a quick lesson on how to do electron configurations. Remember, this is that funky 1s1, 2s2, 3p4, so on and so forth using quantum numbers. So, here are three examples. These are the three I had you do in class, but in case you didn't get it then, we're going to go through it again as you listen to me. So, express these three elements, boron, silicon, and sulfur, as electron configurations. So I have a periodic table pulled up right here, and remember, you should have colored yours like this. Everything within the first two columns plus helium is the S block. Everything in there has a nearly full or ends at the S shell. Then everything in blue, most of the non-metals, that block is called the P block. Everything in there has half full or completely full p orbitals. Then there's the D block. Everything in there goes up to filling the D orbitals, and then there's the F block at the bottom that fills up most of the F orbitals. So here's our first example. Let's do boron. Boron first. Let's look where boron is on the table. Here's boron right here. Element 5. So, once again, we start at the top left and we count 1s1, 1s2. Okay, we have filled our first orbital, so let's go back and say boron is definitely 1s2. Now, we say have 1s1, 1s2, down here, 2s1, 2s2. Okay, we filled up the S shell in the level 2. So we do 2s2. And we go on, now we're in the P block, so we have 1s1, 1s2, 2s1, 2s2, and now over here, and we're at 2p1. And there it is. We ended at boron. 2p1. And notice, boron is in period 2, which means its highest occupied energy level should be 2. It's in the P block, so its last energy shell filled should be a P shell. Now, let's do the next one. Let's do silicon. Silicon next. So once again, we start over again. Let's change colors. Change colors here so it's more clear. Gonna go with, let's go with a nice dark blue. Okay, so here we go. We are now doing a configuration for silicon. So we start at the top left again at hydrogen. 1s1, 1s2. We filled our 1s shell, so let's write that down. 1s2. Go down to energy level 2. 2s2. Sorry, lithium is at lithium 2s1, 2s2. We filled up the S shell of our second energy level, so let's do 2s2. And let's go over here to boron. 2p1, 2p2, 2p3, 2p4, 2p5, 2p6. We filled up energy levels 2, p orbital, 2p6. Now we're at energy level 3. We go 3s1, 3s2. We filled up the S shell in energy level 3, so let's do a 3s2. Now 3p1, 3p2, and we have found silicon, so let's write in where we got. We got up to 3p2. And that is correct, because notice silicon is in period 3, row 3, so it should, the highest energy level should be 3. And we ended in the P block, so the last subshell filled should be P. Now, I'm going to change colors and do the final example. Now, look at this. I almost ran out of room trying to write silicon down. Wish there was a shorter way to write all this. Oh, wait. Yeah, there is. You can just skip to the noble gas on the line before the element you're looking for. So, we're looking for sulfur. Sulfur is right here. And the noble gas before sulfur is neon. So to start sulfur, we can just go in and in brackets put Ne. Say, let's assume, since sulfur is past neon, it has every orbital up to neon completely filled. Now we go here and we start at period 3, so we do 3s1. 3s1. And then we go to the next one, 3s2. So we have completely filled up our s orbital on period 3. Now we go to the p's. 3p1, 3p2, 3p3, 3p4. You can write sulfur as neon, Ne bracketed, 3s2, 3p4. All the neon tells you is that every orbital, including neon for this atom, the orbitals in neon are completely filled, meaning that neon has 1s1, 1s2, it has 1 filled, and it has every energy level 2 orbital filled. That is the shorthand method for doing it. Okay, folks, that is all I have to say about filling electron shells. See you in class.